Easthies charges full strength into the captain of Knight Moralis. "I will not stand by and allow you or anyone else to court disaster with this spell," he says in all-out anger. "I cannot allow it." Then a loud explosion happened at the Great Hall, and Easthies have been hit badly by Captain Banana. Still, he stands up and regains his composure in this fight he started. "Stop making a fool of yourself, Easthies. If you listen calmly, I will explain why the decision was made. This is no time for talk, but I ask you, who is the wise? And who is the fool here?" And he plunges another attack at Captain Banana. "What do you call someone who would allow the violation of the very principle she is bound to uphold, and not giving any chances for her to retaliate?" Easthies hits Captain Banana. "We swore an oath upon this very penance, or have you forgotten as well?" Banana manages to dodge barely his next attack. Impressed by how Easthies keeps up with the fight, Banana can't help but compliment how strong he is, despite fighting a giant leech the whole evening prior their face-off. "Be resolute in mind and body. That is a lesson I took to heart, Master Banana." Finally, acknowledging his position as her former apprentice, he grasps his staff with full strength and charges at his master once again, showing his prowess of combat strength. "It is the apprentice who shall rise to the task at hand to destroy that counterclock contraption. I will also destroy any other folly magic you've created." He ruthlessly attacks Banana, believing he can put back the order between magic and outsiders. A girl named Coco is hiding behind a wall when Banana got hit again by Easthies and got thrown near Coco. Coco notices an archway near Banana, giving in due to the strong impact when Banana got thrown. Quickly, Coco saves her with magic by crushing the archway debris and saving Banana from more potential harm. By doing so, she gave herself away to Easthies. He recognizes Coco from the river incident, who he had encountered before. Now Coco uses this opportunity to face Easthies and ask why is he so fixated to destroy the counterclock spell that has the power to save everyone. Easthies is more angered why still fail to see that even if magic can save hundreds of lives tonight, magic can still threaten thousands of lives more over the generation to come. "I do not begrudge a witch the chance to cast, but do so within the limits put upon us," he continues explaining, "to abide by the principles and to hold ourselves to standards, to accept that some desires are not meant to be, to never allow our reach to exceed our grasp. Are these things truly are so difficult?" Coco answers, "Well, yeah, of course they are." This throws Easthies to ask her again. "I know it is important to follow the rules and to respect the principles, but sometimes the rules get in the way to do the right thing. Like when you want to rescue somebody, or to turn your back on someone who needed your help, and then you live with that decision forever. It is crushingly, painfully difficult." Saying all of these from her own experience, Coco can't helo but ask Easthies, "You are talking about the lives that could be threatened someday, but what about the lives that are in danger today? If the hardship comes in the future, don't we want to be ready to do everything we can to think of a way to help them too?" Just like the witches in this spire came together tonight and grabbed hold of an idea and polished it into something that can help the people being hurt today. After Coco said these things, Easthies finally understands the situation. So that's how it began. Witches who knew better, bewitched by the ignorant, artless words of a child who coaxed them into crossing a calamitous threshold. He takes out his mind memory erasure spell and says, "I should have heeded my instinct when I first sensed the keystone loosening and feared the collapse of edifice. I should have erased your memories. Prepare to feel the Sinsinger's talons." His pennant becomes alive in black color as the mind memory, erasure, and the talons at penance are facing towards Coco. Banana puts herself between them and saves Coco. She grabs hold of the pennant despite knowing what she did will get her memories wiped out by Easthies. Or maybe her fear is not about herself, but for Coco's safety against Easthies, because she is just a child. "Run, child, run. Don't stop until you find Belderuit." She haven't finished her sentence when the talons grabs hold of her face and she is down to her knees and gets her memories erased. Coco runs away as fast as she could and jumps out of the hole on the wall, created by the damaged archway. Easthies here frighteningly tells Coco that he will destroy the contraption she created and erase all the memories of the witches, the doctors, and the patients about this day for abusing the power of the counterclock spell. Even Coco. He will erase her memories of what she said today. The other members of Knight Moralis arrives and worries to see Captain Vinana on the floor. Utoin has a feeling that Easthies was not himself after Vinana took him aside and told him something. The other member agrees that there is something in Easthies' eyes but can't describe it. Utoin is relived to know that she is just sleeping and not dead, but the bruises she has reminds Utoin of something. Etlin calls Utoin's attention that Vinana's pennant is gone. It is said that the Order's silver-white pennant is like no other weapon. Inside the clasp, there is a ready spell granting unmatched versatility to direct and lengthen the cloth, render it as hard as stone, and restore it when torn. But the pennant's greatest and most terrible power is only seen by those few whose memory will be surely wiped out. Because the pennant holds 3 mind magic. One spell eliminates all memories of magic. Another spell removes any given trace of a person, and the last spell erases a specific period of time. Downstairs, the doctors are running for their lives. Some are regretting for not speaking up against the use of counterclock. Some defends that the wise ones gave their support on this. Regardless of their plea, the cloth of penance captures them and erases their memories. Easthies knows what he is doing, as he only erases specific memory of what happened today, not completely all of their memories. Assuming they will not put up a fight against him, he walks past by the bodies on the floor, stopping at nothing. Coco, using her sliff shoes, hides behind the wall, but she needs to think of something before Easthies finds Beldarowit's driftwood door. I can't let him catch me with these awful black talons. Mr. Easthies implied that he'd erase the other witches' memories of this one night. I doubt he'd go easy on me. In his eyes, I am different from them. If he spots me, he might choose the seal to erase the knowledge of magic. As soon as she sets foot on the floor, her body collapses. Turns out when you are frightened enough, your knees really do buckle. Weird for it to happen now, huh? Considering everything I have already been through. It's just the thought of losing all of my magic and being turned from a witch, stripped of my spells and the things I've accomplished. Back to a lost, lonely girl who could not do anything. Back to a home no one can live in and a mom I can never save. She curls into a ball. I can't imagine anything more dreadful, she whispers. I don't want to forget. Come on, pull it together. That was Agat's voice when she helped me to my feet at the procession. And Tedia's smile as we were worried to save Uini. She made me feel strong even if she was trembling. And Risha returned with a confidence to shine after braving the end of the cave alone. Kifri pats Coco's shoulder and points to the hat beside her, making her remember that she is a witch. As long as I remember I'm not alone, I will have the courage to stand alone. Coco finally stands up and cheers herself up. You've got this, Coco. Think, what can I do to fix this? What can stop Mr. Easthies from destroying that door? Brush Buddy tries to catch Coco's attention by flipping his tail and his body around. He then shows her a pile of wood with a trapped person inside who seem to know Coco. Downstairs, the patients can hear the noise and Highheart is concerned if the giant leech has reached the roof. She wants to check the roof, but July, her apprentice, stops her and would not let her move from her spot. Lelusi, a member of Knight Moralis, who escorted the patients here into the agrees with July. She assures that there are witches to handle it, and until she gets medical care. But before she finishes her sentence, Highheart interrupts and says, "Until this little items fades away, is it? I think I'm losing my mind here. I can't believe the day would come when knights would treat me this way. Just make up your mind, Lelusi, and think if you will cover for me or take me in. I'm ready to pay whatever price I gotta pay," and Easthies arrives and erases her memories. How admirable, he says to Highheart. Shocked by what she saw, Lelusi questions Easthies, "What is the meaning of this? What are you doing?" As Easthies' black talons wraps the patients' faces and continuously erases memories. Those citizens are here seeking medical attention. They are not our enemies. You are questioning my actions, Lelusi? How very odd. The door at your back is a clear violation of the principles. These outsiders you defend are tainted with forbidden magic, yet you stand in defiance rather than assisting in your sworn duties. You are a knight of order. You should be standing at my side, not theirs. Lelusi acknowledges it is odd. Moments ago she had her spear trained against these poor fellows, but now she is defending them. She glances to find her spear lying on a wall and says, "Easthies, you are not thinking straight. Why don't we take a moment to collect ourselves? Put the Sinsinger's talons away and let us examine the situation with clear minds." Easthies prepares for another attack and Lulusi rushes to grab her spear. I am not the one who needs his mind clear. Lulusi's pointed cap falls onto the ground as she prepares for Easthies' Sinsinger's talon attack. On a night when good senses are in short supply, that even the wise ones give leave to heresy, we have clear boundaries of the Pact to mark the way. When I look in your eyes, why do I see... A jar starts to pour from above and down to Easthies, and he coughs badly from it. The rest of the content from the jar mixes in the air surrounding him, creating a small tornado. Dagda inhaled some of the sickly sweet stench and it made him feel dizzy. Tarta and Coco shouts at Lulusi not to inhale the pollen. It is from a specter smoke tree. The doctors use it as sedative and puts the patient to sleep. "And it won't endanger him?" Lulusi asked. "It is not lethal, but that jar has a lot. He might be out cold for a few days," says Tarta. "That is some clever thinking for the both of you. If it had not gone differently, we'd be the ones lying there," says Dagda. "Well, you could say it was not my first time raiding a storehouse," says Tarta. "I'm so glad to see you finally found Custis and your wounds were treated in time. Let's hope we're all fortunate," says Dagda. July asks for help because Highheart starts to bleed again and Lulusi calls for a doctor. With treatment this prompt, they will surely survive. "All of them," said Lulusi. Dagda asks why there is no joy in her eyes. She have done a good thing to save lives. "Nothing I did protected them. That was the children's work. Even as I knight, I merely... No, even that is too much credit. We knights sought to eliminate them." "Why Easthies? The look you bore troubles me still. It was not at all a steadfast expression of a soldier certain of his actions and confident in his cause. If anything, your eyes looked frightened. What could so thoroughly unsettle a man like you?" Lulusi curls into a ball, lost in her thoughts. "Easthies, what is it that you are clinging to?" If you like this video, please leave a like or click the subscribe button for more Witch Hat Atelier videos.